So shamanic healing, I believe, could complement psychological healing, emotional healing, the physical, medical healing, if the other practitioners would learn about shamanic healing and understand where their work becomes less effective and shamanic healing is very effective. For example, if a psychotherapist had a client or a patient who was not responding after several months of working on the same issue, that person should be referred to a shamanic healer, because the issue probably is a soul loss issue. The person would get the soul retrieval, they would go right back into therapy and use their relationship with their therapist to integrate the experience they'd had with the shaman. If a doctor, a medical doctor, had any patient that wasn't responding as expected to treatment, they should go bam, right out to a shamanic healer to find out what's the spirit issue that's going on, the energy issue that's disturbing the ability for these medicines or these modalities to do what they can do. All right, Jackie, welcome home. One of the things about soul retrieval work is when it touches into ancestral work, it gets very, very, very intense. Because unresolved healing in the past just rolls forward into each generation, and every generation it picks up momentum. And it's really slamming into our generations now. Those people that are alive right now are dealing with 2,000 years of unresolved healing from our ancestors. The issues are huge, but to have the courage to work with them is to completely transform. It's really very exciting. It's a little much in the moment, but as you work it through, it's really, really incredibly powerful change. So in the soul retrieval that you just saw, the patient is Jackie Pratt, and she's my mother. And just so that you know, my mom is an amazing person. And she's actually known since I was a child that one of the things I was in her life is a teacher.
She's always been intense, and sometimes more intense than was comfortable to be with. But I learned things from her intensity, so that was my first inkling of her specialness, is that she had an intensity. Well, then there is her traditional first mythological question, in the mythology of her. She asked me one day, but Mom, she was 2.5, who was the mother of the first man? That's pretty good for 2.5.
Can you share yet anything about what it might have been like to feel the first mention of the little girl?
I wanted her back. The first soul retrieval I ever had was an infant whose message was, your infant spirit is so scattered, there's no way you'll ever get it all back, so I am here to stand in for your innocence. And so I've been waiting for this piece.
She's been doing this with me along the way for her own personal healing. You know, it's not about me, it's been about her and her realization that this is a woman that I trust. She's doing something that I need. Why should I go anywhere else?
I don't know if she knows this, but for the first few years, I was playing it as a game. And in the last couple of years, it's real and it's important. And I suppose the biggest thing for me was, all through my childhood, my plea that I never spoke was, why are we acting this way? We're supposed to be loving. And so I've tried to be that way. And I think with her coming forward now, maybe I'm succeeding. That I am honoring something beyond myself is what's important. And those are the skills that are really coming clear to me now. And this business with the ancestors was totally awesome. I mean, who knew? Unbelievable.
There are times when I have worked with her that we've come into family issues that I can't work with. And my helping spirits just say, you can't do this. She needs to go somewhere else. And so I just don't do it. But there are lots of things I have been able to do for her along the way. And we just know that there may be things where it may be too personal, because it's my own ancestral line as well. And I am a descendant, so her work affects me. And so we just know that there may be places where we have to stop and then other places where we can go forward.